Hi, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I am LaSandra Yevette, the owner of Loving Touch Healing and Wellness, which operates out of Claremont, California. I'm a clairvoyant, claircognizant empath, and I practice intuitive spiritual healing. But today I want to talk about why we need to keep our energies raised as much as possible. The collective right now is experiencing a lot of fear. And what does that look like out there, for all of us? And how do we feel it? What do we do with it? It seems like it's just not going to go away anytime soon. So what do we do to remain positive and keep our energies up? Well, one of the first things I want to say is there are a ton of conspiracy theories, and you could pick your choice of which rabbit hole you'd like to go down. And I'm not saying that there is no merit to some of the conspiracy theories. There probably is, and there's probably a whole lot of truth in them too. My concern and what I want to talk about today is kind of what that does to the consciousness. Because energetically, we are called at this time, particularly when we're supposed to be in a period of ascension, of raising our vibrations. Raising our vibrations, yes, even right now with everything that is going on. In fact, a lot of what is going on is because we are going to raise and ascend as a collective consciousness. So you might wonder, how could that be? Well, in the fifth dimension, which is where we're all headed, the type of things that we're experiencing right now simply cannot resonate on that energetic level. So that's, fear, a lot of the underbelly or dark energies or qualities that man seems to kind of drudge in the trenches. They hold a weight on our energetic body. Negativity holds a weight on our energetic body. Fear is a huge weight. And so we have to learn how to disseminate and release that fear so that we can elevate our energy level and rise to the fifth dimension consciousness. The fifth dimension consciousness is a consciousness of spirituality. It's also where we kind of are more connected with who we are on a spiritual level. It's also a place where we can convene with our higher selves and on the spirit realm, our spirit guides, our ancestors, and the divine. More smoothly, more transparently. So it's a wonderful place we want to get to, right? And we do believe as way showers and light workers that this particular time has been prophesized about, years ago. In fact, it's believed that many people actually incarnated right now and during this time period so they could be here to anchor in and hold the collective consciousness at an energetic level where we could comfortably ascend. Now, I am reading up more and more on a lot of the different naysayers, yaysayers, just to get a sense of where I think we are as a collective consciousness. And I think that's necessary so that I can be specific during my meditation and know where I need to direct my energies. So for example, if you're watching the news, if you're the type of person who just has to kind of dive in and know what's going on because, you just feel like this is the best thing for you to do for your family and for your needs, I recommend that you limit how much you actually expose yourself to that. Because now you have to remember the eyes and ear gates are ways into our spirit consciousness. And if we're constantly feeding it with negativity, remember I said earlier, it becomes like this weight for our spirit and our soul, and we don't want to be weighted down. We want to rise and ascend to the fifth dimension that everyone's talking about, where everything is so much lighter. And we can't do that smoothly and effectively, if we have all this stuff that is coming up, that needs to come up and come out, still kind of weighting us down like you would imagine an air balloon. That's a really good example. Let's take that for example. So imagine each bag on the air balloon having a personality trait that the collective consciousness needs to eliminate. And one by one, we release those bags. And as we release those bags, we're becoming aware that we're becoming lighter as a collective consciousness. And we're starting to feel the balloon actually rise. There's a few more weights that are holding us down, but it is certainly rising higher and higher until finally the final bag is released and the air balloon floats and the journey begins. So that's kind of where we want to be as a collective consciousness. Now, if you think of what the collective consciousness actually looks like, we're all one. One affects many. And if you think of, let's just say, a radiating, energetic ball of light. And in the third dimension, that ball of light, let's just say it's kind of very luminous, but it may have some spots in it. It's not as bright as it could be, but it's still radiating light. And as we ascend, the light gets more brilliant. It actually rises. And as it illuminates, there's more to be seen. There's more to be experienced. There's more understanding. There's more attainable knowledge. There's more spiritual connection. And that's where we want to find ourselves. In that realm, that's where we're going as a collective consciousness. So when you see your neighbor or you see your friend, you know, if you're way short and a light worker, check in on them, particularly if you feel that their energies are not where they need to be right now. Check in on them. Help them to elevate their energies. I recommend meditation and yoga, any type of exercise, connecting with nature. Stay grounded. Do some grounding work. It's as simple as going outside, hopefully in a safe spot. You have a little grassy, earthy area where you live that you can kick off your shoes and put your feet down on the earth. That is called grounding because the earth has its own vibration. And when we get in sync with it, we get in sync with many things. Another thing that you can do, you can take salt baths. Epsom salt is a great chemical to use when you're taking baths. It removes a lot of the negativity, that energy that kind of, sticks with our aura. It releases it. And I'm going to save a deeper discussion about crystals and how they help specifically, but for the purpose of this video, they're an excellent way as well. There's aromatherapies, there's sound therapies. Many practices are out there that you can incorporate in your wellness plan. You have to have a wellness plan, even though you're locked in or you're at home. Be very cognizant of how you spend that time. Okay? And try to be social. Join in discussions and share content where you can. This is not going away anytime soon, and we're all in this together. We're all ascending. And this was just my small attempt of helping you to understand why it's important for us and why we are seeing so much of what we're seeing right now. Because the earth, Gaia, and the spirit world, who is really present, is helping us to shed the things that we are not going to take into the 5D consciousness. Okay? So once again, thank you for stopping by my channel. I hope you like my content and that you like and subscribe, and I will do these on a weekly basis, hopefully. Stick around, be around. the planet that is, on this side of eternity. And as always, until the next time, namaste.